Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. So today we are going to know all about GRE exam. I'm sure you have heard of it and many times you have wondered whether this is the exam you should be taking if you are seeking admissions for graduate studies. So in this video we are going to talk all about its syllabus, whether or not this exam is meant for you and all other details. Stay tuned. So graduate record examination, or more popularly known as GRE, it is an important requirement if you are looking to pursue graduate studies abroad. So this exam is developed and administered by ETS and basically to measure the candidate's ability on various subjects, for example basic algebra, arithmetic, data analysis, geometry, college level vocabulary. So we are going to know all about this exam. So this exam, as it is conducted by ETS, it is a multiple choice computer based exam and it is important if you are looking for a graduate school or a business school globally. GRE test, it's one of the more popular graduate admission tests if you are going to pursue MS studies or graduate studies. So GRE, or graduate record examination, it is an important requirement if you are looking to pursue graduate studies abroad. So this exam is a multiple choice computer based standardized exam which is required if you are going to pursue business studies or any other graduate school, specifically for MS studies also. You must be wondering why you should be taking this exam. So apart from being one of the most commonly accepted common entrance exam by universities for admission, it is also required for professional degree programs, or if you are going to opt for thesis work, this exam will definitely help you in admissions. So there are in fact a growing number of business schools across the world which have also started to accept GRE instead of GMAT to evaluate their candidates. Also, there are some law schools which typically accept only LSAT exams as their admission criteria, but they have also started to take GRE as one of the benchmark criteria for admissions. So GRE basically emphasizes broader graduate skills than GMAT. In our last video we spoke about GMAT exam. As you can see, I have tagged that video here. But the difference between GRE and GMAT is that GRE emphasizes on broader skill set rather than GMAT. GMAT is more focused on business schools, but GRE gives you access to not just business schools but also other graduate schools if you are targeting those. So if your graduate program is outside of business field, then definitely GRE should be on your list if you want to improve your application. So now the question is, when should you be taking the GRE test? So GRE test typically takes about 100 plus hours of study, 100 plus hours of preparation is required, and you must dedicate about 1 to 3 months of study before appearing for this exam. From the university point of view, it is recommended that you take it 60 to 90 days before your application so that you have enough time in case you don't score well the first time around, you will have the second attempt to do it. So the good thing is GRE results are also immediately available. GRE test scores are made available to you within 10 to 15 days after taking the exam. So that really helps if you are closer to the admission deadline. There is talking about eligibility of GRE exam, there is no specific eligibility, but my recommendation is you must have your passport handy, because usually they ask you to produce your original passport during the exam as a proof of identity. So just make sure you have a valid passport whenever you plan to attempt this exam. So let's look at the structure of the exam, what is the syllabus and what are the contents. So there are two types of GRE exam. One is GRE general test and the other one is GRE subject test. So as the name suggests, GRE general test, its objective is to evaluate the overall academic readiness of the candidate, while GRE general test can be paper based, it can also be computer based, and you can also take a home test on GRE general test. So the sections on this GRE test will be analytical writing, verbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning. These will be the topics. And now moving on to GRE subject test. GRE subject test is basically it evaluates candidates' ability in a particular subject. So there are 4 subjects: chemistry, mathematics, physics and psychology. A candidate, if they want to showcase their abilities in any one of these subjects, they can choose that subject and appear specifically for that subject. There are some differences between GRE subject test and GRE general test, and in terms of their availability and also the fee. So GRE general test is available throughout the year, you can take that anytime you want, but GRE subject test, you can appear for it only thrice a year. It is only held in September, October and April, and the time is also different. GRE subject test is 2 hours and 50 minutes, while the general test is much longer than this. It is approximately 3 hours and 45 minutes. So let's discuss the fee of GRE exam. GRE exam fee in India is approximately, for general test it is 22,550 rupees, and for GRE subject test it is approximately 14,500 rupees for Indian students. GRE test centers are all across India and it is conducted in almost 22 cities. More details will be in the description, so please check out the description for more details. And for any other questions, you can always feel free to ask us in the comments, and or call us or write an email to us. We would be more than happy to help you with your queries. But please like the video and subscribe the channel to get more such videos which are more informative and help you in your higher education. Thank you for watching.